Hello again, RC Heli flyers. Today, the best RCHelicopters.net is going to review each of the 8 helicopters we have bought and flown and have some knowledge about, and we're going to tell you which ones we highly recommend and which ones could give you more trouble than they're worth. Okay, that is the QR-1 QuadCopter from Traxxas. Okay, at first I was very leery of this one. Had some real bad experiences. I blew out a circuit board. I cut the wires right there, put it on the SEMA, and started using these batteries on the SEMA as a counterweight on the front for speed. Okay, my main complaint is these arms right here break all the time, so you better have a, okay, this is a Traxxas, but it's got a Hubsan cover because always buy Hubsan parts. A Hubsan is $55, a Traxxas is $85. They're exactly the same thing. You're gonna need a lot of the top and bottom of the chassis. Okay, I've done a workaround on the wiring, and you're gonna be burning out motors. Okay, these are super high RPM motors with very sharp and very stiff blades, so it's also very, it'll cut skin. Okay, this can, I've had a number of accidents with this one until I finally learned how to fly. Okay, so you're gonna have to learn how to solder these little tiny wires onto this circuit board 4 different times. 2 wires here, these same red and blue over here, white and black there and there. That's 8 little things, and then they want you to run the wires through the arms. I said because when you need to replace one of these, just one motor, I don't want to have to anyway, so when I want to just replace one motor, it's a whole lot easier. Okay, the other problem with this is this is separated right here. Okay, this is the top and the bottom, and there's a crack here, and it snaps together. Okay, so after every wreck you had to snap it together. So my modification doesn't add much weight. It keeps the wires on the outside for easy changing of the motors, and also keeps the 2 pieces together of the frame. Okay, so my overall, as far as fun, this gets a 5 out of 5. As far as maintenance, you better have a large supply, and I mean large, of spare rotor blades, because this one throws them right and left. Okay, the slightest impact, you're gonna bend them. See how that one's white right there? Okay, that's from being bent and then back in place, and eventually, it just won't work anymore. Okay, so long battery life. It's exceptionally heavy with the battery in it, but it giddy up and go. That is one of the most fun. Okay, so 5 stars out of 5 on the fun bracket, but as far as maintenance goes, you had better know how to solder. You had better know how to change motors. You better know which motor go clockwise, counterclockwise. Is this an A or a B? You got to read the manual. If you don't do it right, it's just not going to fly. Okay? So, a very weak case. The only thing I would say would improve the design of the case to be not as rigid. Okay? That is hard plastic. Make it out of something a little more rubbery. Lose this snap connector here thing. Make a way for the wires to be put right here along the outside with a fastening system. Other than that, it's once I figured it out, that is one of the most fun little things you ever did. It does flips in any direction, front, back, forward, side. You have to have at least 10 or 15 feet of clearance, altitude before you can attempt that. Okay, so the QR-1 is without a doubt one of my favorites. for flying, and I spend way too much time doing the repairs. Okay, I burned a couple of motors. I'm on my third canopy. You know, I just, when you buy a whole set of motors on eBay, a whole set of rotors, propellers, get yourself some extra batteries too. You know, 2 easy change out batteries. You know, you just basically, there's a wire back here. You know, if you had about 4 or 5 of these, okay, you want to turn it to the opposite side where this one sticks out with the name facing you. Okay, and it just slides right in there. Okay, do a quick connect. When it runs out, undo it, pull the battery out, slap the new one in, and hook it up and go. So if you have a bunch of batteries, this one goes fast. It will move 40 miles an hour, maybe faster. I don't have enough room to really let it rip. Okay. So that's about it for the QR-1 QuadCopter from Traxxas.